The rabbit wanted to dig a home for himself. He measured the size carefully, then hugged his blueprint tightly, loving every detail he had drawn. Just as he was about to dig, some soil crumbled from the wall, and a head popped out. It was a mole. The mole warmly shook paws with the rabbit and showed him the home they were building. It was nearly complete. The rabbit glanced at his own blueprint and suddenly felt it looked too simple. Then a little mouse poked out from the other wall, proudly sharing her own house design and inviting the rabbit to watch her family playing. The rabbit clutched his blueprint with a discouraged expression. The mole and mouse offered to help improve it, but the rabbit panicked, backed into a corner, hid the drawing behind his back, gathered his things, and started digging downward. He had decided to leave. As he dug, he looked again at his blueprint and felt a little more confident. But after only a few shovels, he accidentally burst into someone's home. A family was having dinner. Instead of getting angry, they kindly offered him food. Embarrassed, the rabbit walked out the door, checked his direction, and kept digging. He fell into a frog's house next, knocking down a cooking pot in the process and quickly ran away. Then he crashed into a lizard's bathroom, covered his eyes in shock, dropped into a sauna below, and finally landed in a changing room. Blushing, he pushed the door and escaped. He even dug into an ant nest, though the ants welcomed him with joy. He still dug a hole and ran again. This time, he avoided all the tunnels and finally found an empty space. He tried knocking on a door nearby to borrow tools but was scared away by a loud roar inside, so he continued digging downward. He didn't know how long he dug, but finally stopped, held his blueprint to his chest, and decided this would be the place to build his home. He struck the wall with force, and a crack appeared. It spread to an underground river. Water started leaking in. The next moment, it burst out and swept the rabbit away. He grabbed his soaking blueprint and tried to plug the hole with his paws, but the crack widened, and the tremor reached the surface. As the water rose higher, the rabbit made a decision. He grabbed his blueprint and climbed upward. He knocked on the door he had feared the most and told Mr. Badger everything. After speaking, he collapsed, feeling helpless. Mr. Badger picked up the blueprint and handed it back to him. Then he shouted into the tunnel so loudly that the rabbit was nearly blown away. The sound traveled across the underground network. In the next moment, animals from every home came rushing in with tools. None of them blamed the rabbit. He led them to the spot, and everyone worked together to divert the water. The underground river was safely guided into a lake above ground. Exhausted, the animals lay on the ground, then cheered together. The rabbit watched in awe. He looked at his blueprint, frowned in thought, then called out to the group before they left. Nervously, he showed them his drawing. Everyone gathered around to help revise the plan. Soon they designed a much more beautiful version and even helped him build it. The rabbit beamed with joy. As the home neared completion, he ran to the surface, installed the mailbox, and hugged the shared blueprint close to his chest. He was no longer afraid to connect with others.